worries about? I think we're gonna hold on the exam for just a sec, just so we can talk about
Yeah,
it, and
cause
we'll come back and grab you.
Yeah,
Whenever that
that's
time
perfect,
is right,
everyone.
does that
Thank
sound
you.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And her too.
Just step out?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
step out for a
sorry.
second? Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Totally
Thank
fine.
you for coming in, and I appreciate that.
Sure, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for.
Yeah, sure, no, totally, yeah, that vibe was, needed some people out of the room.
Yeah, because I honestly, even though the anesthesia did notice it, but I guess either she's used to it or she doesn't want to really say anything about it.
Okay,
But the nurse, I forget what her name is, the other nurse that was
Okay.
in here,
okay, the main,
the main nurse
okay,
that was just in here while I
Yeah.
was getting the procedure.
uh-huh,
The anesthesia sat here and talked to me. She was in here the whole time while
Yeah.
she talked to me. She explained everything to me. She
Okay.
said, one of the main things that she said was, the baby couldn't be on the monitor because there was no way that they would be able to monitor the baby. This is what the anesthesia told me. It made sense.
you mean during the epidural?
During the epidural.
Uh-huh.
So it made sense because I'm gonna be hunched over.
Yep, that's
Okay.
harder, yeah.
So I heard her say it, and she heard her say it. But then once we got started and she got me in position, she starts fixing it. She starts like stopping what she's trying to do to fix it, like as if she didn't hear. What she
Exactly. I was
said.
in here
Okay.
sitting right
So
there.
I'm like, okay, let me stay calm, you know, 'cause I'm like, did she not hear her? Because I agreed with her, like, of course that makes sense. If I'm hunched
Yeah.
over, I got
Yeah.
a pillow, you know,
Harder
all
to
this.
do that,
Yeah, it just
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, okay.
Well, instead of her just taking it off, she adjusts it. She's putting the gel. She's doing all the fixing all
Okay.
over again.
Yeah.
And then when I say to her, I said, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to sit with it. You know, just showing her my stomach too,
Sure.
like, you know, trying to just like
Explain, yeah.
work with her instead of saying, did you hear what she said?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and she just was like, oh, well, the doctor's gonna want a consent for you to not have this on. And I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna point to her. She just said
Uh-huh.
that I didn't need to have
Do
this on.
you feel like, I don't mean to
You know,
interrupt.
and honestly, I'm just telling you, I'm just explaining it because it was awkward.
Yeah.
And then it was
okay.
more awkward. Like
Got it.
after the epidural, during the
She's trying to
epidural,
put
she's
that on.
talking to me.
Yeah.
She's trying to give me a wet rag. You're not even supposed to move during the epidural.
Yeah.
She's like, do you want this? And I'm like, no. Like how?
Yeah.
I've never. This is something that I've done a couple times. 'Cause I
Yeah,
have children.
sure, yeah.
People don't even talk during that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why is she's talking? She's, if I could trade places with you, I would. Are you okay? So. And I'm just like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't want to nitpick. I didn't want to
Yeah.
cause a problem. That's why I didn't say anything to her.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, like
Sure,
just say
yeah.
anything. Even when you all were in here, I just said I
Yeah.
would pull somebody to the side and
Sure.
just say, can I please just get a different nurse?
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I was gonna
because-
say. Do you think it's not a good relationship? That
Yeah.
we could switch maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
she
her
was
about the
like
death
tripping
part.
over the cord.
Uh-huh.
Pulling,
Yeah,
oh.
pulling over
And then
the
she
cord, tried to
waited.
pour that up, like
She wasn't, I
drag
don't think
her.
she was doing it on purpose. She was just doing so much. She was just hyping it up for no
Okay.
reason.
Got it.
When him and the anesthesia left out of the room, because, left out of the room,
Uh-huh.
she said, like, because that's what, let me explain this, I'm sorry. As soon as I got done with the epidural, she was
Yeah.
trying to throw one of these on. The anesthesia said she wanted to check the medication. That was all she said. She goes over, she's like, she's going to want to do this.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't even move. You're trying to get me to hand you my arm. She's still doing something on my back, taping stuff on my back.
It was too much.
And yeah, it was. And then the anesthesia says, no, I don't need it right now.
Okay.
Because I want to just give her the medication
Exactly.
first.
She
Got
said it.
And
Okay.
so, you know, and then once they leave, she
Right.
took it personal and said to me, I just want to let you know that anything that I'm doing is for the safety of you and your baby, because I would hate for something bad to happen to you or your baby, and then that would be on my conscience. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? Because
Who
I
would
was
say
looking
something
over-
like that?
I was looking over all that had just happened because
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
was a
not,
lot going on.
I need help. I'm here for help. I'm here to deliver my child.
Yeah.
I'm not here for trouble. I'm not here, you know what I
To
mean?
beef with you, whatever.
Yeah. No, I hear ya.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yep, just give us a minute. We'll come and get you.
Yeah, so, you know, so that was just confusing, and then it was like, for her to say that, it was just a little too much.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so,
Yeah, so let me, what I can do is I'll talk to kind of the charge nurse, the head nurse, and see if maybe we can swap assignments. So maybe get you a new nurse that, again, hopefully,
But
like you
it
said, you have
seemed
a
like
better
this have been tag
relationship.
team. This to me, I'm a man.
Yeah.
And it seemed like this have been tag team. We all know, we know somebody, whoever, friendship, relationship to work here. And whatever problem, because we're not the problem. She's here to labor.
no,
I'm here to support her.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if we all, nobody's on earth is it perfect. But certain things is not to be said. Certain things as our job ethic, where we're supposed to follow and abide by rules and regulations, especially when it comes to a protocol of medical malpractice. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear you guys. I hear you guys.
I'm not looking forward to sue nobody now. It's just to open up the eyes so this won't happen to her, neither our child nor the next person and that child, because that child is innocent.
Yeah, sure. No, and I don't, and I think, I'm sorry that, like I said, there were multiple points that you felt uncomfortable. And I think if it's not a good relationship,
and you know what,
therapeutic
and
relationship,
sometimes that's just how it is.
yeah, if it's just not jiving, you know what I mean, it's not working out.
I had the most beautiful time last night.
Yeah,
I had Miss
good.
Mary.
Yeah.
I know you know who Miss Mary is.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And then, even after that, I had a pretty good day. I just, know, and that was just a throw off for me because I was overlooking, some stuff. And then you're like, you waited until everybody left off the room
To say
so
that.
That's how you know it was something you didn't need to say.
Because that was on your conscience. It was on your conscience what you had to
sitting here
do.
trying to get numb. Then I was sliding from here, and that's why they were in here, because I got numb, literally still sitting in place. She started taking the bed up,
kind of moving everything without.
Why would you do
they
that?
They told me to scoot, and she's starting to put the bed up. So now I'm sliding while she's trying to tell me about
a bunch of stuff. Well, I think we just, like I said, I say we swap nurses, see if we can get, just like you had a better, like you had a good relationship with Mary or somebody, you know what I mean? Like I said, it may just not have been a good fit.
Could you put that in writing? Could you put that in writing?
We don't need it in writing.
What, that we're gonna try to switch? I mean, we're just gonna
No, not about, I was just saying the situation.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's the baby. Right, said, cut it out.
You got a jumping bean. Passion's everywhere. So I think we can just, like I said, I'll just talk to the charger, see if we can get a different nurse, just so you guys have a better relationship. We want a therapeutic relationship, so it's you feel comfortable.
Right, and that's all I wanted.
Having a problem, and
that's why I waited for you.
So yeah, that's totally fine, not a problem.
Okay.
Easy peasy, we'll make it work. Are you still? And again, I'm not trying to double do things. I just, again, for clarity kind of stuff. Are you feeling more comfortable once we get the nurse situation straightened out? You okay with us trying to do an exam to see about your epidural?
Well, she's coming back, right? The person you came in with? Yeah, I'm expecting.
Yeah, she was. Okay, good. Okay.
So everything's still normal. I just was saying,
Got it.
Yeah, that was just something I needed to
address. Perfect.
Continuing.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up to me. And then the other thing I was going to say is it okay, just because I think the anesthesia team was trying to figure out in terms of if the epidural was working as well, are you okay if they're here for the exam to kind of assess, like I said, whether they need to redose it or adjust it or anything like that, or do you just want Allison in here and the new nurse?
Yeah, because
you can break everybody except for her.
You know what?
I'm just trying to, I want to see baby passion.
I would rather them not everybody be.
Not everybody. Maybe we just see how we see.
Yeah, because I was in so much pain. I literally cried this morning.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's not the case this time around.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever cried.
Okay.
And I ain't never seen you cry like how they.
He was on the phone like, hello, and I'm like.
Are you feeling different? Are you feeling better now that you've got the epidural? Like, do you notice a difference besides that you can't move your leg?
I have, but then that's what she was in here doing because I numbed on one side, and then like I'm still feeling here, but I don't feel here. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Right.
If it's going to be one-sided or
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, either way. when she comes out.
Got it. Okay. Well, I will let her know that well, let me talk to them, get the nursing situation straightened out.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I'll let Dr. Zacola know, and then that we're probably ready for an exam. And I'll just tell anesthesia, you know what, we're just going to do the exam, and we'll let you know, like I said, how that, like I said, if you're tolerated or not. I mean, you're either going to, you know, that way there's not too many people in here. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Or was there something I missed? Is that no?
I don't know. Maybe they should come in.
Yeah, whoever need to come, they specialize. That's their team to come in
they
here.
want to make
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah, I wanna make
Yeah,
sure-
I just didn't want to have somebody in here that you didn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
with. Or
We need the team that's in here for her
Okay.
pregnancy.
Yeah,
We
I'm
just-
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a
No,
lot
it's okay.
going on.
No, I hear
they
ya.
probably because they're
Okay.
Right, that's their
trying
team.
to make sure.
Yeah, I want to make
Yeah,
sure
no, I hear ya.
she's
Yeah.
she's stitched up right. She's you know what I'm talking
Hopefully we
about.
don't have a whole lot of terror. We'll see.
Right.
But I think you're gonna do great.
I think so too.
I think you're gonna do great.
Okay.
Let me go talk to the charge nurse and see if we can get something straightened out for you. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Any other questions or problems or
No.
concerns about stuff? Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, yeah. Then we'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll get everything all square.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Sure. Not a problem.